Hello, friends. I am going to be talking about leadership today. And I'm going to talk about 5 common styles of leadership that, frankly, aren't working and why it's time for some change. So the first style of leadership that is common is authoritarian. Probably even in the title of that one, you already get why that one isn't working and may have some issues to it, right? So authoritarian leadership is a one-person show. I am the leader, what I say goes. Listen to me, all of my followers. Authoritarian leadership creates followers. It puts that one person on the pedestal as the guru, as the authority. It's not working so well. Number 2, participative. Participative. I think it's participative leadership. This involves team members in the decision-making process, but the leader still has the last word. So it would be, what do you have to say about this? What do you have to say about this? Tell me, Sally, Sarah, George, Monica, Rebecca, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Let's discuss this. Okay, great, but I'm still going to make the end decision. So if I don't agree with you, even though you might have had really great input, it's still going to be my way. It's still going to be my way. I'm still going to make the choices as your leader. So you can see how participative leadership also has some of its downfalls. The third style of leadership is delegative leadership. So you delegate. This style of leadership focuses on outsourcing and delegating initiative to team members. And in some sense, it allows the team members to more fully express themselves and be innovative. So each of these has like some pros to it, but we're focusing more on the cons of all of these 5 styles today. And the issue with delegative leadership is that you're still being told what to do. Maybe you can figure out how you're going to do it by yourself and use innovation and creativity, but I need you to do this. Sally, I need you to do this. George, I need you to do this. Okay, go off and do. Find your way of doing it. Number 4 is transactional leadership. Transactional leadership. Any guesses on what this might include? It's based on a reward system. So it includes using transactions, energetic exchanges between the leader and his or her followers. And those transactions can be in the form of reward or punishment or other like financial exchanges as well. I'll pay you to do this. You'll get a bonus if you do that. You'll get punished or scolded, or we'll take your money away if you don't do a good job. And it focuses on this reward system and this transaction of energy in the form of goods, services, or just energy in order to get the job done, whatever the end goal is. That has its downfalls as well. Number 5 is transformational leadership, which is arguably the healthiest style of these 5 that I'm going to share with you, but still has some of its pitfalls. So transformational leadership is when the leader inspires his or her followers. I just don't even like that word, followers, because it's still putting the leader up on this pedestal. And it works through the leader inspiring his or her followers with the vision. So they paint the picture. This is the world we want to live in. And then you're like, I want to live in that world too. And then the leader encourages and empowers you to achieve it by holding the big vision for the group. I see world peace. Let's use that as an example. I see a world full of peace. And other people buy in to your vision. Like, I want peace. I want world peace. I want world peace. Yes, I want world peace. I buy into that vision. And the leader encourages you to then do what you need to do to also help to support world peace. But there's still someone telling you what to do and holding the vision versus you having your own fucking vision. So I'm inviting you and introducing you to something new today. I'm going to go a little bit rogue, and I have been actually like behind the scenes for a while now. And inside of my Empath Leaders membership, we're focusing on a different leadership style. We're not focusing on any of these 5 leadership styles that I just mentioned. I'll just recap them for you. So the first was authoritarian, participative, I can't say that word, participative, delegative, transactional, transformational. And while, again, there's, I'm sure, some benefits we can see to each of those styles, they all have downfalls as well. So as I looked at this, I thought there needs to be a paradigm shift. We need to start leading ourselves and focusing less on being somebody's guru and focus more on leading our own heart and our own soul into our own transformation. And the type of leadership style I teach inside of my membership program is embodied feminine leadership. And one of the things that makes it really stand out and makes it different than those 5 types I just discussed is that it focuses more on the being, embodiment, being in your body, than the doing, the external. What am I going to do with my body versus be in my body? So it focuses more on embodiment, the being versus the doing. It's self-led versus or instead of authoritative. No one's going to tell you this is what you need to do. You lead yourself. It's the opposite of authoritarian leadership. No one has the last word because the dialogue's ever going in the style of leadership. So whereas in participative leadership, I talked about the leader always has the last word, there's no last word because the dialogue's ever going and we're always learning and we're always giving ourselves permission to change our minds based on more information presented to us. And there's nothing to delegate. So if we compare it to delegative leadership, there's nothing to delegate because it's all about the relationship to yourself. It's all in here. So we don't need to delegate our self-led leadership to anyone else. It's sourced within. The reward, so comparing it to transactional leadership, the reward is seen in your outer world, but you reward yourself. It's not like, I'll pay you this, you'll get a cookie or a sticker if you do that. It's, I get to see the fruits of my inner work, the external changes in my world based on the inner work that I just did, because I took the time to go inward and to do the subconscious work and the inner child and the shadow work. So now my reward is my external world has completely shifted and changed because I went inside. And that's a beautiful, what we could call reward. Really, it's just you shifting your own outer world. And it's not something that's reward like scarcity, like, oh, you can only have so much of that. It's infinitely available to you. In transformational leadership, there's the role model, the guru that holds the big vision. In embodied feminine leadership that I teach inside of my membership, you become your own role model. I'm not there to be your role model. If you see me in some way like that, then that's okay, but it's not about that. It's about becoming your own best leader, your own best healer, your own role model. It's about taking the first step and being the person to take that first step versus waiting for the leader to step forward first and be like, oh, it's safe now, I can step forward, and instead you take the first damn step. It's about listening to you, not about listening to me. It's not. It's not about me getting on to our 3 calls a month and lecturing to people inside this membership. It's about learning how to listen to yourself and getting so good at that, mastering that for you in your life. So I want you to take a moment to sit and reflect, and just as you reflect on these 5 leadership styles that I've just shared with you, and then this new shift in the way that we might look at leadership through an embodied feminine lens, how have you seen yourself mostly kind of identifying? Do you even see yourself as a leader? I believe that we all have the potential to be the leader of ourselves. You may not want to be the leader of 1,000 people. And the beautiful thing about embodied feminine leadership is it's not about that being the goal. It's about leading yourself. And I think we all have that within us. Even if we don't want to be speaking on stages and writing books and going live on social media or growing our following in the way that you might think a leader would want, it's about going in and leading yourself. That is the style of leadership that I teach inside of the membership. And it's really fun. It's really, really fun. Okay, so I want to know your reflections on these 5 styles. Where do you identify most? Where do you see opportunity for change? And even just think, like, maybe you haven't thought about this in a long time or ever. And so if it's the first time thinking about this in your life, what little aha moments or realizations maybe are coming to the surface as you do start to listen to this conversation and consider this for yourself in your life? As a reminder, the doors are open and we are enrolling for the Empath Leaders membership. It is so fun and so nourishing inside. I love this. I've even had clients who have worked with me in numerous programs and even one-on-one, and they have also told me, like, this is my favorite thing that I've ever signed up for with you. And they've been in all these other like experiences as comparison, and they're like, this is the best. We really love the way that this is set up, and we're really feeling the immediate shift of being inside of this community. And it's a community. It is a support group. It's family. Especially in a world of isolation, it is connection. And I get so much fulfillment from holding this space. If you have any questions about it, let me know. I'll drop the link below. The doors close August 15th, and now until then, you get 30% off, not 30% off, 30% of your enrollment goes to and is donated to the Loveland Foundation. It's $111 a month. It is the lowest investment thing I have offered the entire year, and it is only available till August 15th. So if this feels like a hell yes, come join us. If you want to shift out of old paradigm shit and into a new way of seeing the world and leading yourself, then this is for you. Again, I can answer any questions you have, and hope you have a beautiful rest of your Friday. I'll talk to you guys soon.